Imagine a city under siege, its walls shaking from the relentless bombardment and its people praying for a miracle. This was Vienna in 1683. Amidst this chaos and despair emerged a figure of hope, King Jan Sobieski. A pivotal figure, his actions during the Siege of Vienna would forever alter the course of European history. A tale of courage, strategy, and a decisive victory that turned a king into a hero. Join us as we journey back in time to witness a pivotal moment in history where a king became a hero. The 17th century was a time of great turmoil in Europe. The mighty Ottoman Empire was on a relentless expansion, and Vienna was in its crosshairs. This was a period where the balance of power was shifting, and the Ottomans, with their formidable military might, were threatening to overthrow the Holy Roman Empire. The city of Vienna, a jewel of European civilization, was under peril. It was a time of uncertainty and fear. Vienna was in a state of peril. The city needed a savior, and that savior was King Jan Sobieski. Born in 1629, Jan Sobieski was a man destined for greatness. His early life was marked by a keen interest in the arts and military strategy, honing his skills that would later serve him as the King of Poland. Ascending the throne in 1674, Sobieski's reign was characterized by a strong commitment to his country and a profound sense of duty towards the protection of Christendom. His reputation as a military leader was unparalleled. His strategies were ingenious, his courage in battle was legendary, and his leadership was inspirational. He was a statesman who understood the intricate dynamics of European politics and a warrior who was not afraid to lead from the front. His military victories against the Ottoman Empire earned him respect and admiration, not just in Poland but across Europe. A brilliant tactician and a fearless leader, Sobieski was the hope Vienna so desperately needed. On July 14, 1683, the Ottoman forces laid siege to Vienna. The city, a jewel in the crown of the Holy Roman Empire, found itself on the brink of devastation. An army of nearly 150,000 Ottoman soldiers, led by Grand Vizier Kara Mustafa, had encircled Vienna, intent on capturing this gateway to Europe. The defenders of Vienna, vastly outnumbered, fought with a desperation fueled by the knowledge that their city was the last bastion against the Ottoman expansion into Europe. Despite their best efforts, the city's fortifications began to crumble under the relentless Ottoman bombardment. Food and supplies dwindled, morale sank, and the situation grew dire. Meanwhile, over 600 miles away in Poland, King Jan Sobieski received word of Vienna's plight. Known for his military acumen and statesmanship, Sobieski was no stranger to the Ottoman threat. He had spent much of his reign fortifying Poland against such invasions. Now he faced a decision of monumental consequence: to lead a relief force to Vienna. Despite the risk, Sobieski chose to march. He rallied an international force of approximately 70,000 men, composed of Polish, Austrian and German troops, and set off for Vienna. The journey was fraught with challenges: logistical nightmares, language barriers, and the ever-looming threat of Ottoman spies. But Sobieski pressed on, driven by a deep sense of duty to Christendom. As the Polish king arrived on the Kahlenberg Hill overlooking Vienna on September 12th, the city was on the brink of collapse. Sobieski wasted no time. He surveyed the Ottoman camp, devised a plan, and ordered his men into position. He would lead a charge that was as audacious as it was risky. A massive cavalry attack directly into the heart of the Ottoman forces. The charge was a spectacle of thundering hooves and flashing steel, led by Sobieski himself at the head of the famous winged hussars. Against all odds it worked. The Ottoman lines, surprised and overwhelmed, began to falter and then to break. Sobieski's brilliant tactics had turned the tide of the battle. With a decisive charge, Sobieski broke the Ottoman lines, turning the tide of the battle. The Siege of Vienna was broken and the city saved from the brink of capture. But the story does not end here. The echoes of this remarkable victory would reverberate through the centuries, shaping the course of European history. The Siege of Vienna ended in victory for the defenders. The Ottoman forces, once an imposing threat, were forced into retreat. The city, which had teetered on the brink of collapse, was finally relieved. This victory, however, was more than just a military triumph. It was a symbolic moment that marked a turning point in the history of Christendom. In the face of the expanding Ottoman Empire, Vienna stood as a bulwark, a beacon of hope that refused to be extinguished. And at the helm of this resistance was none other than King Jan Sobieski. His brilliant tactics, his fearless leadership, and his unwavering commitment to his people and his faith turned the tide of the battle. His victory at Vienna cemented his place in history, earning him the title of the Hero of Vienna. Jan Sobieski, the King of Poland, had become the hero of Christendom. The Siege of Vienna was a pivotal moment in European history. King Jan Sobieski, through his courageous leadership and strategic brilliance, turned the tide against the Ottoman forces. His heroic actions not only lifted the Siege of Vienna, but also played a crucial role in preserving Western civilization from the expanding Ottoman Empire. Sobieski's triumph at Vienna remains a beacon of resilience and valor, a moment that reverberates across the centuries. The legacy of King Jan Sobieski lives on, a testament to the power of courage, leadership, and strategic brilliance. The story of King Jan Sobieski and the Siege of Vienna is a story of heroism and resilience. If you enjoyed this journey into history, show your support by liking, subscribing, and sharing this video. Engage in conversations, share your thoughts. Thank you for watching. Remember, history is not just about the past, it's about understanding our present and shaping our future.